Welcome back to Music News and Opinions, hosted by myself, Tiffany Red, for the 100%ers. So Spotify has been called out for running ads for ICE. There's been boycotts from listeners. There has been artists speaking out, and Spotify put out a statement this week, and this is what they had to say. This advertisement is part of a broad campaign the U.S. government is running across television, streaming, and online channels. The content does not violate our advertising policies. However, users can mark any ad with thumbs up or thumbs down to help manage their ad preferences. Now, ICE has been accused of violence, racial profiling, and human rights abuse. So it's a little troubling to see the alignment of these certain companies. And look, I'm sure they'll say, oh, it's just business, but this is one of those like moral, ethical times, right? You don't have to take everybody's money. And I think Spotify is such a massive company. They are rich as over there, right? So it's like, do you need ICE's advertising dollars? No, you don't need to do it. It's business. It's capitalism. And capitalism could give two shits what me or you feel about anything. Capitalism has no morals or ethics, unless you're a conscious capitalist, and we know most of these people are not. They're just here to make a dollar, and that is it. There's a lot of controversy with Spotify because also their founder, Daniel Ek, has an investment firm, and he invested in some kind of like AI military company. And so it's clear that his position is what his position is. And there's been discussions in the music community and in the like consumer community for a long time regarding boycotting Spotify. We'll see if this is the line for people. Artists like Massive Attack have removed their music from Spotify in protest, citing moral and ethical conflicts. And I think that's fair. I think that between the artist and the consumers, it is a hard... It's similar to like the Target boycott, right? Like, it's so blatant and in your face, and it put people in a position where it was like, all right, well, where do you stand? Because as a consumer, it's up to you where you spend your money. And the same thing as a listener, it's up to you where you decide to consume music. You don't have to listen to music on Spotify. There's plenty of other streaming platforms that you can listen or you can buy music directly from the artist. I think this is a great time for artists to start to really think about going more direct to consumer. Whether it's using a third-party platform or whether it's developing their own. If you have a website or some sort of landing page or something like that where you can sell your music and not have to be on a platform like Spotify. I think the thing that makes boycotting Spotify so hard for most people, especially people in the music industry, is it's the biggest platform for music. It's where most people are consuming and discovering music. And so it's really tough when you are an artist that still is relying on being discoverable and making a move like removing your music from Spotify or any of these other digital service providers for that matter. And so look, it's a personal decision. I respect you either way. Vic Mensa just recently posted some footage of ICE condemning them for the way that they're treating people. It was a really impactful piece of content that he shared. Check it out.
Trump is using ICE to wage war on American citizens.
He forcefully opened the door.
In Chicago, my hometown, agents rappelled out of helicopters in the middle of the night, kicking in doors. And that doesn't even begin to describe the full insanity of the situation. It's like we're living in an episode of Black Mirror. ICE has been releasing highlight reels of their raids, set to hip-hop music, like Call of Duty streamers. All of this is a part of a plan set in motion when Texas Governor Greg Abbott sent buses of Venezuelan asylum seekers to Chicago.
In the dead of winter, they're wearing flip-flops, they're wearing short-sleeve shirts and shorts.
So the city stepped up. I partnered with local restaurants to provide food and clothing because people freeze to death in Chicago winters. But in a city of so much inequity, much of the pressure of providing for the new arrivals fell on the black community. The city is extremely segregated due to redlining and institutional racism. When the new immigrants got here, resources were diverted away from black Chicago's most vulnerable.
Southside has been under-resourced, underfunded for years.
And that created enormous resentment.
The money needs to be put into those facilities for us.
That was 2023. Fast forward to 2025, and Trump sent in ICE to hunt down the same Venezuelan immigrants the Texas governor previously bused into Chicago. Since then, agents have been seen choking a black man at length by the side of the road, swarming Southside neighborhoods. They've been filmed assaulting and arresting local aldermen, journalists,
Debbie Brockman, I work for WGN.
Oh my God.
and even tear gas and Chicago police officers.
13 members of the Chicago Police Department reported exposure to the gas.
Chicago feels like a city under martial law. And as the Trump administration continues on its war path, things are escalating.
They're driving out the neighborhood and throwing tear gas out the window.
All of this serves the Trump administration's agenda. They're trying to capitalize on chaos to rationalize attacks on its Democratic opponents. What it really is terrorism that they're justifying with the presence of Venezuelan asylum seekers. The tension is incredibly high, understandably, but it's more important than ever that we be unified, be intentional, and we don't fall for their divide and conquer strategy, because we're going to need to stand up for the human rights of everyone if we want to protect those rights for ourselves.
It's clear that the country is split on immigration, right? There are people who feel like the border should be closed, people who feel like the border shouldn't be closed. Personally, I completely disagree with all of that shit. Obviously, America is an immigrant country. There is nobody that is here that is from here, right? And so there's all this fighting about, you know, this is my land, this is my land, this is my land, this is my land. This is our land. This is our land. But unfortunately, our government doesn't feel that way. And they're being not just forceful about it. They're being violent. They're being malicious. They're being thoughtless. I saw an interview of an ICE agent, and the interviewer asked him, you know, what made you join ICE?
Why did you join the ICE?
Oh, well, honestly, I wanted a better life for myself. And I felt like joining ICE was my opportunity for a better life.
Isn't that the exact same reason that the immigrants come to the United States? They are trying to find the opportunity, the better life, the more money, escape the things they were living in before.
No comment.
What that interview with the guy from ICE shows is that we all just want the same thing. We all just want the same thing, which is to be able to pay for our lives, to be able to have some peace and happiness and joy, to be able to take care of ourselves and our family, and to live a good life. That's it. That's it, and that's all. And it is a shame that that so many people are anti that when it comes to people that they deem other. It's alarming to see our system allow ICE to stop people and not even know if they are American citizens or not. Like, it just is like they do and ask questions later. And it's troubling, like seeing so many people screaming, I'm American, I'm American, I'm American.
You got people out here locking people up for no reason. I'm born here.
You said you're born here?
Yeah, I'm born here. Kings County Hospital, Brooklyn. I'm born here. I'm stuck here on my fucker. Yeah, I broke that.
The way that these agents are moving and targeting people, and how it's the how. It's not just the fact that this is what they're doing. Because be clear, ICE has been deporting people since they started, right? Like, which, I mean, ICE ain't even that old, right? It's what, 2003, I believe. But there have been other presidents that have deported plenty of people, right? However, I think that the thing that makes this time different is that it's a full show. It's a whole, like, I'm gonna make an example out of you, and I'm gonna to embarrass you. I'm going to make it so that Americans can see they're protecting our country. How is tearing children away from their mothers protecting our country? Yeah, I say all that to say, Spotify, what the hell? What the helly? Yeah, very disappointing. I'll see y'all next time for another episode of Music News and Opinions with myself, Tiffany Red.